All right, we are up. Good morning, sports fans. Big Al here on this Wednesday, hump day. It's April 26th, 2023. And it's about that time. We're about to look at all the action that took place on Tuesday in the world of sports and then look ahead to tonight's slate, including Major League Baseball, the NBA playoffs, and the Stanley Cup playoffs. All right, so let's get down to business and talk about the MLB scoreboard from Tuesday. Starting off with the Colorado Rockies, taking the first two games of their series with the Cleveland Guardians, winning on Tuesday by a final of 5-1. Feltner gets the win for Colorado. He's now 2-2 on the season. Battenfield takes the loss for Cleveland. He's 0-2. Yeah, I did that wrong. Here we go. All right. The Boston Red Sox defeated the Baltimore Orioles 8-6. Corey Kluber gets his first win of the season. He's now 1-4. The loss goes to Bradish for Baltimore, 1-1. Kylie Jansen gets his sixth save of the season for the Red Sox. The Pittsburgh Pirates' 8-game winning streak comes to an end on Tuesday as they drop the opener of their series with the LA Dodgers 8-7. Almonte gets the win in relief for Los Angeles. He's now 2-0. The loss goes to Halderman, 0-1. Miller, his first save for LA. The Cincinnati Reds take the first two from the Texas Rangers, winning the second game 7-6. Same score as Monday. Sam Martin takes the win for Cincinnati. He's 1-0. Kennedy, the loss for Texas. He's 0-1. Diaz's third save. It was the Mariners beating the Philadelphia Phillies 5-3. Winning pitcher is Gonzalez, 2-0. Losing pitcher is Falter, 0-4. Sewald gets his seventh save of the season for Seattle. The Houston Astros shut out the Tampa Bay Rays 5-0. Garcia gets the win. He's 2-2. Rasmussen, the loss. He's 3-2. The Toronto Blue Jays shut down the Chicago White Sox 7-0. Berrios gets the win for Toronto. He's now 2-3. The loss goes to Mike Clevenger. He's now 2-2 for the Chicago White Sox. New York Mets get shut out at home by the Washington Nationals, 5-0. Gray, the victor in this one for Washington. He's 1-4. Buttle takes the loss for New York. He's 0-1. Thompson is first save for the Nets. The Atlanta Braves took down the Miami Marlins 7-4. Charlie Morton wins for the third time. He's 3-2 this year. Hoeing takes the loss for the Marlins, 0-1. The Chicago Cubs shut down the San Diego Padres, 6-0. Jacob Steele gets the win for Chicago. He's now 4-0. Blake Snell is still searching for his first win of 2023. His record drops to 0-4 after taking the L on Tuesday night. The Detroit Tigers takes the first two in their series with the Brewers, beating Milwaukee 4-3. Englert gets the win for the Tigers. He's 1-1. Lauer takes the loss for Milwaukee, 3-2. Foley, his second save of the season for the Motor City Kitties. It was the Minnesota Twins over the New York Yankees, 6-2. Ryan remains perfect for the Twins. He's 5-0 after Tuesday night's win. Cortez suffers his first loss of the season. He's 3-1. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim beat the Oakland A's 5-3. Canning is the victor in this one. He's 1-0. Miller takes the loss. He's 0-1. Estevez with his fourth save of the season for the Halos. The Kansas City Royals edged out the Arizona Diamondbacks 5-4. Singer gets the win for Kansas City, 2-2 on the season. Nelson takes the loss for Arizona, 1-1. Barlow with his third save. And rounding out the baseball scoreboard, it was the San Francisco Giants 5 and the St. Louis Cardinals 4. Helly gets the win for San Francisco, 1-0 on the season. The loss goes to Helsley for the Cardinals. He's now 0-2. Shifting gears now to the NBA playoffs. And the Atlanta Falcons will live to play another day as they avoid elimination. Coming back from double digits in the fourth quarter, to edge out the Boston Celtics 119-117. Trae Young for Atlanta scored 38 points. Brown had 35 for Boston, who has a 3-2 lead in the best-of-7 series, which shifts back to Atlanta for Game 6. The season is over for the Minnesota Timberwolves as they fell in Game 5 to the Denver Nuggets 112-109. Edwards paced the Timberwolves with 29 points. Murray, 35 points for the Denver Nuggets. And the season also over for the Los Angeles Clippers as they bow out in Game 5 against the Phoenix Suns. 136-130. The Suns got 47 points from Devin Booker. The Clip joint got 27 from Powell. And now to the Stanley Cup playoffs, where the New York Islanders avoid elimination, beating the Carolina Hurricanes in Game 5, 3-2. Carolina outshot New York in this game, 36-22. The Dallas Stars shut down the Minnesota Wild 4-0 to take a 3-2 lead in that series. Dallas was outshot 27-25 by the Wild. And the Oilers had a 3-goal first period and cruised to a 6-3 win in Game 5 of their set with the Los Angeles Kings. So now Edmonton is up 3-2. LA had 28 shots on goal versus Edmonton's 27. All right. Now we can look ahead to this Wednesday in the world of sports. And we got quite a few matinee games in Major League Baseball. We got, I think, 7 of them. Yes, we got 7 matinee games in Major League Baseball. And one of these games will be starting within the next 20 minutes. And that's the series finale between the Texas Rangers and the Cincinnati Reds from Great American Ballpark. The Rangers come into this game with a 14-9 record. The Reds are 9-15. Gray is the projected starter for Texas. He's 1-1. Ashcraft is the starter for Cincinnati. He's 2-0. First pitch, as I said, is in a little less than 20 minutes from now at 12:35 p.m. Eastern Time. A half hour later at 1:05 p.m. Eastern Time, it's the Boston Red Sox 13-12 on the season at the Baltimore Orioles 15-8. Hawk is the starting pitcher for the Red Sox, 3-0 record. Wells gets the ball for the Orioles, 0-1 is his record. That game is at 1:05 Eastern Time. Couple minutes later at 1:07 Eastern Time, you've got the Chicago White Sox 7-17 entering today at the Toronto Blue Jays 15-9. Kopish is the starting pitcher for the White Sox, 0-2 record, Kikuchi is the starter for Toronto. He's 3-0. Again, that game goes at 1:07 p.m. Eastern Time. They have a couple games starting at 1:10 Eastern Time. The 8-17 Colorado Rockies looking to sweep the Cleveland Guardians, who come into today with an 11-13 record. Marquez is the projected starter for Colorado. He is 2-1 on the season. Bibby gets the start for Cleveland, no record. Also at 1:10 Eastern Time, you have the New York Yankees at the Minnesota Twins. The Yankees enter today with a 13-11 record, while the Twins have a 14-10 record. Herman is the starting pitcher for New York. He's 1-2. And Kenta Maeda toes the slab for the Minnesota Twins. 0-3 record as he's trying for his first win of 2023. At 1:40 p.m. Eastern Time, it's the Detroit Tigers 9-13 at the Milwaukee Brewers 15-9. And believe it or not, the Tigers are going for the sweep in this series. Lorenzen is the starting pitcher for Detroit. He has no record. Peralta gets the ball for the Milwaukee Brewers. He has a 2-2 record. And again, that game goes at 1:40 Eastern Time. A couple hours later at 3:40 Eastern Time, it's the Kansas City Royals at the Arizona Diamondbacks. It's the rubber match of this 3-game interleague series. The Royals come in with a record of 6-18. The Diamondbacks at 13-12 now lost control of the NL West. They're now in second place as of right now. Yarbrough is the starter for Kansas City. He's 0-2. He goes up against Zach Gallen for the Arizona Diamondbacks. He has a 3-1 record. That game again is at 3:40 Eastern Time, and those are all the day games on this Wednesday. The remainder of the baseball action is at night, because the next game up is at 6:35 Eastern Time, and that's the Los Angeles Dodgers at the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Dodgers are 13-11 and the current leaders in the NL West, while the Pittsburgh Pirates owns the National League's best record at 16-8, despite having their 8-game win streak snapped at the hands of the Dodgers last night. Gonsolin is the starting pitcher for LA, no record. Contreras is the starting pitcher for the Bucks, 2-1 record. 5 minutes later, at 6:40 Eastern Time, and just across the Pennsylvania Turnpike, is the Seattle Mariners 11-12 at the Philadelphia Phillies 11-13. Gilbert gets the start for Seattle. He's 1-1, and he'll be opposed by Taijuan Walker of the Philadelphia Phillies, 2-1. That game goes at 6:40 p.m. Eastern Time, as does the Houston Astros 13-11 at the Tampa Bay Rays 20-4. Brown gets the start for the Stros. He's 2-0. Boucher is the projected starter for Tampa, no record. At 7:10 Eastern Time, it's the Washington Nationals at 8-14, visiting the New York Mets 14-10. Gore is the projected starter for the Nats. He's 2-1. Senga, the projected starter for the New York Mets. He's 3-0. 10 minutes later at 7:20 Eastern Time, it's the 12-12 Miami Marlins and the 16-8 Atlanta Braves. Sandy Alcantara, The 2022 National League Cy Young Award winner takes the hill for Miami. He's 1-2. Elder is the projected starter for Atlanta. He's 2-0. And that game is at 7:20 Eastern Time. At 7:40 Eastern Time, you've got the 12-13 San Diego Padres at the 13-9 Chicago Cubs. Michael Wacha gets the start for San Diego. He'll be opposed by Drew Smiley of the Chicago Cubs. Both pitchers coming in with matching 2-1 records. That game is at 7:40 Eastern Time. At 9:38 Eastern Time, the Oakland Athletics, sporting baseball's worst record at 5-19, continue their series in Anaheim against the Los Angeles Angels with a 12-12 record. The projected starter for Oakland is Medina, no record. Projected starter for the Angels is Sandoval, 1-1. That game is at 9:38 Eastern Time. Final game of the night is at 9:45 Eastern Time, pitting the 9-15 St. Louis Cardinals and the 10-13 San Francisco Giants. Steven Matz is a projected starter for St. Louis. He's 0-3. And Anthony DeSclafani is the projected starter for San Francisco, 1-1 record. Jumping over to the NBA playoffs. There we go. We've got 4 games on the schedule tonight. And three of those games, they are potential closeout games. The New York Knicks have a shot at closing out the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight in Game 5 of their series. That game tips at 7 p.m. Eastern and will be nationally televised on NBA TV. The Knicks have a 3-1 lead in that series, as I said. 30 minutes later at 7:30 Eastern Time, the Los Angeles Lakers can take down the number 2 seed in the West, the Memphis Grizzlies, with a victory tonight at the FedEx Forum. All right, this is at 7:30 Eastern Time. The game will be televised on TNT, and LA leads the series 3-1. So the Knicks can advance to round 2, and the Lakers can advance to round 2, as can the 8th-seeded Miami Heat, as they have a 3-1 series lead over the top seed in the East, the Milwaukee Bucks. The series ships back to the Beer Maker City for Game 5. Again, which Miami leads 3-1. This game is at 9:30 Eastern Time, and will be televised on NBA TV. The final game of the night is the Golden State Warriors at the Sacramento Kings. This has been a fun series up to this point. It's all even at 2 games apiece as the series shifts back to the Golden One Center in Sacramento. That's tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern, and the game will be nationally televised on TNT. So that's a look at the NBA playoff schedule for Wednesday. Now to the Stanley Cup playoffs, where there are only 2 games on the slate. The Boston Bruins return home to hopefully close out the Florida Panthers in their series at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Boston has a 3-1 lead in the series, and again, this could be the knockout blow for the Florida Panthers should the Bruins win. The second game tonight is the Seattle Kraken at the Colorado Avalanche, as that series shifts back to the Ball Arena in Denver. This series is now a best 2 out of 3, as it's all even at 2 games apiece. This game faces off at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and both games will be nationally televised in the States on ESPN, while the Florida-Boston game will be nationally televised in Canada on CBC. And that's your Tuesday sports recap and a look at tonight's action for your Wednesday, April 26th. We'll be back with another recap tomorrow, so join me for that. In the meantime, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, ring the bell, and get notified every time I go live. Big Al signing off. Thanks for watching. Peace out.